This is a Sports Catastrophe production. Hey there, how there, ho there. It's Jeff Cutter welcoming you to another Sports Catastrophe birthday boy. And the birthday boy for today, December the 29th, is a Blue Jays icon who is known for being a great center fielder and making one of the greatest plays in Major League Baseball World Series history. He did not only play for the Blue Jays, he played for the Angels, Marlins, Diamondbacks, Dodgers, and Brewers. He's actually the first base coach for the AAA Buffalo Bisons, aka the Blue Jays Farm Club. And his name is Devon White, who's now 61 years old. Now, the funny thing about it is his last name is White, as in the color. But he was born a different name, Devon White, but White was spelled W-H-Y-T-E in Kingston, Jamaica. His family would immigrate to the U.S. at 9 years old, and the paperwork had the family name misspelled as the color White. In 2003, he changed his last name legally to his original spelling at the behest of his children. And he continues to sign autographs with Devon White, as in Devon, W-H-I-T-E. His daughter actually played in the WNBA for a couple of years, which was nice. So Devo would attend high school in Manhattan and was a basketball player primarily. He started playing baseball when his dad wanted him to watch Yankee Met games on TV. He actually got a scholarship to play both basketball and baseball for Oklahoma State. However, when the Angels drafted him in the 6th round of the 1981 MLB draft, he went to the baseball route and bounced around the league, the minors, for 4 years before he established himself in 1987. He could run the base pass with speed and hit with power. In fact, he had 24 home runs and 32 stolen bases, which was pretty good and all that. So anyway, in 1988, he actually won a Gold Glove for the Angels, his first of 7. Anyway, the Blue Jays were coming close. Devo was just practically taking center field for the Angels, but the Angels somehow decided to trade him to the Blue Jays December 1990 for Junior Felix and Luis Sojo. The funny thing was, it was the first major deal for the Blue Jays in more than a year, in a while. Pat Gillick was known for being Stan Pat Gillick, as in he basically didn't make a lot of major moves. He would make some minor moves, in a sense, but anyway. This was his first major move, was getting Devo from Toronto, at the risk of losing Junior Felix, who was a prime player himself, and Luis Sojo. Regardless, Devo was a star for the Blue Jays. 5 Gold Gloves with the team and 2 World Series rings. He upped his game. He had a .336 postseason batting average for the Blue Jays compared to his .270 regular season average for Toronto. He picked up 4 defensive wins above replacement, meaning that, he was one of the best defensive players around and stole wins away from other teams. And of course, Devo was the main reason for the Blue Jays. In Game 3 of the 92 World Series, with runners on first and second, David Justice came to the plate and hit a fly ball in which Devo managed to catch and then crashed into the wall. He caught it while jumping into the wall. And then White threw the ball to Roberto Alomar, who threw the John Olerud to get Terry Pendleton, because Pendleton actually was out because Pendleton ran past Deion Sanders, and Sanders was the lead runner, so Pendleton ran past the lead runner, which was out number 2. And then Olerud tried to throw to Kelly Gruber to get Sanders, and Gruber thought he tagged Deion on the heel, but it didn't happen, and umpire Bob Davison called Sanders safe. And the Jays could have had the second triple play in World Series history after 1920 with Bill Wumglass. But regardless of that, the Blue Jays fortunately did win the game, and Bob Davison did say he missed the call. So yeah, that was a major image of Devo slamming into the wall to get the David Justice fly ball. and almost getting the Blue Jays a big triple play. So anyway, he played till 95 with the Blue Jays and then signed with the Marlins. Now, of course, the Marlins were known in 97 for buying the World Series, if you will, with free agency and all that. But Devon signed with the Marlins after the 95 season, so he wasn't part of that plot. So anyway, Devon went to Florida and wasn't much in the playoffs. But regardless of that, he did win a ring with the Marlins in 97. So the Marlins won the World Series in 97. Devon got his third World Series ring. He would play a few years with Florida and then go to Arizona, LA, and Milwaukee before retiring in 2002. Actually, he led off the game. He led off a game April 11, 2000 for the Dodgers in San Francisco and got a base hit off Giants pitcher Kurt Reeder. The reason why that's historic was because that was the first ever game at Oracle Park, which, well, it's Oracle Park now. It used to be Pac Bell Park, or AT&T Park, I think it was called at one time. Yeah, at San Francisco's current stadium, he was the first batter in the first game and got the first hit in the ballpark's history. Devon almost played 2,000 games in his MLB career, coming up 59 short. He posted a .263 batting average with 208 home runs and 846 RBIs. He was a pretty good outfielder when he 7 Gold Gloves. Not bad in the postseason, of course, that famous catch and all that. And he was part of the AAA Buffalo Bisons. As I said, you know, the Blue Jays farm club. So yeah, so Devon's still with the Blue Jays. And, you know, he could whip it, as in the defensive plays, and whip it good. And he's going to be a hero of the Blue Jays, no matter what you say. Anyhow, I'm Dec29.